I'm Federico Rosa. I graduated last year from Man and Communication, and I graduated with a project about my hometown, Venice. Acqua Alta in particular is a furniture set that tries to underline the issue of sea water level, and the effects and the impacts that it's actually having on this unique city that we couldn't find anywhere else in the world, and the fact that we're not being really active on trying to contrast this issue. Well, the time after the graduation was a bit tricky, as I guess it was for everyone else. And during the summer, I tried to work as much as possible. I had some freelancing collaborations that I managed to keep on working on, that allowed me to save some money, take a couple of months off. I went traveling to South America, and then I came back to the Netherlands, and I tried to reorganize and restart my new life post-graduation in the beginning of this year, which timing wise ended up not being a very how do you say, it didn't work out pretty well, since from March on, with COVID-19, everything became much harder. So I still have 90% of my belongings in the Netherlands. I had to come back to Italy. I really wanted to move my my project here in Venice in order to contextualize it differently and actually make it even more impactful, since my main audience should be Venetians. For me, certainly personally was becoming independent, since during the academy years it was quite tricky to be fully independent, since the costs of life, of the school, of the materials was very high, and the demand from school was also super high. So finding the time to work on the side while trying to push 200% for the academy was quite hard. And at the same time, being able to graduate and still be working within the creative field, even if working wise now I'm a bit off from what I did for my graduation, what I actually wanted to keep on doing. But at the same time, I'm very proud, I could say, that I managed to stick within the field, because most of my friends, for instance from Italy, struggle to stay in a working environment that actually relates to the study that they have completed. So for us, and from my personal perspective, this is already quite an achievement nowadays. Even though, I think for everybody, timing wise this year, the biggest challenge was trying to invent themselves and fit this new situation that we are going through. So I would say, like, it's a combination of the two things, since they kind of overlapped, and it became harder, of course, than what it could have been. Some of my former housemates, for instance, that graduated from the Technology University of Eindhoven, are still struggling to find a job now from last year. So yeah, I would say that I'm doing quite all right, and it was challenging, but I'm happy that I managed to, yeah, find my way. So for me, in particular, actually worked out quite all right working wise, since I'm doing some consultancy, and um, I'm also working a little bit as a graphic designer. So I kind of took all those skills that I could actually apply virtually, or at least using just a computer instead of being in a workshop. And I had already a little bit of a network, so I've been able to yeah, keep on working even from home, without having any machine or anything to work a bit more physically. But at the same time, working a little bit with companies that are trying to reinvent themselves, and uh, trying to propose new services other rather than new services. I could see how the market and the rest of the world is trying to tackle this weird and unforeseen situation, and directly through my work. So for me, it was interesting. At the same time, of course, it's still hard to predict what's really gonna happen, and what the impact on the long run is gonna be. This is a good one. I would really like things to improve worldwide, and being able to move a bit more freely, um, because I do have plans. I would like to collaborate with people around, um, and the COVID is making things harder. Um, I'm not there today. It's not the same to be behind the screen, especially within yeah, the design field. We are lucky that technology is yeah, running wild and going more and more over the boundaries that we had once, allowing us to do things that, yeah, we couldn't even imagine just a few years ago. But at the same time, it's still not reality. So I need the possibility to, yeah, first of all, move around um, a bit more thoughtless. And I would like to give a second life to my graduation project, bringing it back to where it should belong, which is the island here, and see if we can, if this pandemic could actually move some minds and hearts in the people, and see a little bit of an improvement. I would really like to finally um, organize these shipping of my projects and bring them here. Um, they're super fragile, so I need to bring them either myself or still like really well packed, and with a truck. So it's a long run, and it's an year already that they are there, and I really want them here because, yeah, I do have a few um, possibilities with a couple of um, hotels here in Venice that would like to showcase in the halls my projects. So I would also need to make another couple of copies, and that would require time, but especially like I need a workshop where to work on it, and I don't have one. So it would be like really handy to have some money to invest in implementing and bringing and contextualizing again my project. So yeah, finger crossed.